The exciting part of what the business is. It's the concepts, it's the ideas.
Madison is already famous for institutions like UW and MATC, but soon it may be known for another.
Tonight, Steve Van Dinner takes a look at a new advertising school that's a one-of-a-kind for Wisconsin. Steve?
You know, the closest school of its kind used to be in Minneapolis or Chicago, but now creative minds are cooking in downtown Madison. And those who started the school say it's a recipe for success.
And eventually the advertising will be about trying.
With a quick drop-in, it may sound like a traditional advertising class.
We're talking about branding here as well as an identity.
Stay a little longer and you'll realize it's like nothing you've ever seen.
I mean, we're not learning out of a textbook. You know, we're actually like getting in there and creating concepts and talking with the clients.
It's called the Extra Bold Portfolio School. Sounds like a restaurant. It looks and feels like one too, which is exactly how it's supposed to be.
All you have to do is bring a client in here to this space and they see that they're going to get a lot of really neat ideas.
Scott Kirkpatrick is the brains behind the operation. His experience in the advertising industry is expansive.
I've worked at small places. I've worked at 3 of the biggest places in Minneapolis. I've worked at Best Buy and Famous, so I've been on the outside, on the inside.
He has the skills and ideas that could have taken him to the top of any advertising firm, but while away, he longed to be back in Madison.
School in Minnesota, but always was a Badger fan, always a Packer fan, never really lost that ties, and always thought that Madison is a great place to raise a family.
After a job brought him back to the area, he had an idea.
If we could capture all the creative talent that's in Madison and keep them here instead of leaving and going other places, we have way more than enough to make this place successful.
The plan? Create an advertising school unlike any other. And after hearing about it, Tom Farley thought it was a great idea.
I said, well, you know, I run the foundation and I'd love the opportunity to work with kids in a school setting.
The thought behind the school is to break free of textbooks and technology.
Computer's a tool, and it's not the place that an idea comes from.
And instead foster creative thinking, all while giving students the experience of working with real clients.
And hearing feedback from a client is totally different than hearing feedback from a professor.
For small companies in the area, it's a chance to tap into a wealth of knowledge without needing to be wealthy.
We're getting everything from, you know, coffee houses to printers to just, you know, manufacturers.
It's a huge confidence builder for students.
My portfolio was nothing before I walked in here because I wasn't on the creative side of it. And now I actually have, I mean, a full portfolio that people can look at.
Charlotte Easterling says she's always wanted to be in advertising, just never knew how to get in.
In my job, we worked with ad agencies, and I would, you know, we'd be sitting there across the table from them, and I'd be thinking, they're really having a lot more fun than I am.
Now she spends almost all her time studying and working here, and loving it.
We celebrate creativity, and we celebrate the fact that we want people to succeed.
And Kirkpatrick hopes this bright idea can someday plug the brain drain.
Who wouldn't want to live in Madison, for God's sakes?
And the school opened this past October with 8 students. All classes take place at night. A year-long tuition costs $10,000, but a 10-week mini course can be had for as little as $500. More information is available on their website, extraboldschool.com.
It's never a bad idea to follow your dream.
That's right.
It's a great opportunity for those folks. So now what are they working on? That's
well,
the question.
as you heard in the story, they're working on many projects with actual real clients. And so right now one of them is a campaign from a Monopoly-like board game coming out in February called Madison on Board. And here you actually see some of the ads that they've come up with. You see the dice here rolling in front, so you kind of give that game sort of feel, but it's all taking place in front of Madison landmarks. And it's projects like these that students normally don't get to work on at a traditional school, and afterwards, of course, they've got a real portfolio to help them land that perfect job, and they say it's really hard to get a job in advertising, and you need a leg up, and this can give them that.
I think we'll see their creativity on our airways someday.
Sounds like it.
All right. Steve.